different raise? A husband.
Very hot.
Tea?
Yeah, very hot.
It's even better.
I wouldn't be. Don't drink it yet. Hey, have you seen Alan Bristol yet?
I got a text, or I got a snap of Tim. I was in the first year. I don't know. I'm sure they're coming to Okay. Hey, Brian.
And once again, good afternoon. I'm Brian Winnekins on Duran Broadcasting WRDN, our YouTube channel, as we are getting ready for today's Dunn County 2022 Beef Show. There is a presentation that'll be held here just before the show starts today. Thank you to Compeer Financial, a farmer member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture and rural communities. Visit Compeer.com for more information. Synergy Co-op, your local LS tractor dealer. Visit SynergyCoop.com. Also, Provisions Health, changing the way you experience healthcare. Duran, visit provisions.health for more information. Along with 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more. Visit wwt.coop. Shannon Crop Services, your local PIP seeds dealer and crop insurance advisor in Menominee. Thanks to Alan Bristol. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible here on YouTube. Please send all of our sponsors an email, give them a call, or also visit their store or their business and tell them thank you for supporting these YouTube streams, and also on our stream on our website at realcountry1430.com. Without the support of these businesses, it's pretty simple. Wouldn't be able to do this, so please thank them for their support. If you're watching via YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. Don't forget to click on the little button, little bell for notifications of future events. Now they're to our right, but we'll try to get a little bit of a shot as well with the folks in the are going to be doing a presentation. Compeer Financial's doing a presentation here before the beef show today. Then we'll get things all underway. I'm going to take a lot of pictures too here, so we have that going on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the Beef Show today and to the Dunn County Fair. We are honored today to have Compeer Financial with us. We applied for a grant. They've been very supportive of county fairs throughout the state of Wisconsin and Minnesota by providing grant funds for improvements on fairgrounds. So we got this check that's not real, but we do have the real one, just for promotional purposes, and we appreciate it. This is going towards our concrete project in the Coverall barn. So let's give them a big round of applause, and we greatly appreciate the donation.
And we'll be getting the beef show here underway shortly.
Thank you. Thanks, Eric. Gentlemen and ladies. Thank you. You bet.
We got so many,
I'll be around for a bit.
hands to shake. Thank you. Back in the truck, so yeah.
Presentation was with Compeer Financial. They made the Fair Board applied for a grant from Compeer's grant fund, and the fair received a $3,000 grant from Compeer Financial. So congratulations to them, and thank you to Compeer Financial for helping out. I think we're almost ready here shortly, and we'll get the beef show underway.
Hello, everybody. We're going to get started with our 2022 Dunn County Beef Show. My name is Brooke Brantner. I am the beef superintendent here at the Dunn County Fair. A few quick housekeeping items for our exhibitors before we get started. So we will start with our breeding stock show in alphabetical order by breed. And then once breeding stock is concluded, we will have a 15-minute break followed by our steer show. So with that, I would like to introduce our judge today, Mr. Brent Worth. Brent is a familiar face to this ring. I've known him for many years thanks to this very county fair and this show ring here. And I attribute a lot to what I've learned growing up showing cattle to you, and especially a big lesson you taught me in showmanship early on. So thank you for that. And just have really looked up to you over the years, and we're glad to have you here to support our youth and share your advice and wisdom with them today. And we will get started with this year's show.
All right, first class is Angus Junior Heifer Calf.
Again, we're in our first class. We'll have 29 classes total. We'll be just running the beef show. We will not run the showmanship portion of today's activities. But we have 29 classes throughout the day today. If you missed the hog show, that will be posted on our YouTube channel as well at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. We already have the dairy show posted from yesterday that you can check out.
First off, I'd like to thank Dunn County for having me here to evaluate your cattle and your kids. It's certainly an honor and a privilege to be here. And thank you, Brooke, for the fine introduction here this afternoon. And what a great way to start our show here this morning this afternoon with our Angus calf. You certainly have to appreciate just the cleanliness and the femininity up through that front 1/3. Just how much center body this one have and rip shape as we view her from the side. Plenty of substance to this one and a great set of feet and legs on them. Certainly ample amount of bone for this female calf. If we'd want to change her just a little bit, she gets a little bit just high in her loin as we put her on the move, and she's standing still, but it might be just because she's fighting the halter a little bit for this exhibitor here today. But a great way to start out our Angus show. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Margot Moses. Next up, we have Angus Summer Yearling Heifer.
And thank you to our Dunn County Beef Show sponsors as well, including Alcivia Co-op, a leading member-owned agriculture fuel cooperative serving Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. Visit alcivia.com. SFB Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. Visit sfbank.com. Sundstrom & Company are local tax experts. Call them now. End-of-year tax planning just around the corner, 672-4425 to schedule that appointment. Also, Prime Realty, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible on our YouTube channel. Please thank them for their support. Drop them an email, give them a call. Tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. They're the ones that make it possible. Also, thank you to Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand, and Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, and Dunn Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Again, just a few of our businesses and organizations that are supporting our streaming video from the Dunn County Fair, and also next week at the Buffalo County Fair, and the following week at the Pierce County Fair as well. We will have dairy, beef, and swine from all three fairs, and also the livestock auction as well. So busy 3 weeks here coming up.
Just a single entry here in our Angus division, and what an excellent profile and heifer here we got. She's certainly elegant through that front 1/3, and just how nice and just perfectly shape-headed this one is. She's got ample rib shape to her as you view her from the side, and you know, we get around on that 3/4 view, and she's got plenty of shape where she needs it, and plenty of substance to her. For me, you know, we could just push her tail head back down into her body cavity just ever so slightly, or go ahead and raise up them pin bones a little bit. Either way would help this heifer out. But again, she probably doesn't need too much help. That's a pretty good heifer. Congratulations, young lady.
Congratulations to Kendall Rudiger and John Reeby. Next up will be the Angus Junior Yearling Heifer class.
Reminder, the Dunn County Livestock Auction tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. We'll have coverage for you on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting, WRDN, and online at realcountry1430.com under the video streaming tab. Again, we'll have coverage of the Dunn County Livestock Auction tomorrow afternoon at 5. If you have a chance, come on down to the Dunn County Fair this weekend. Beautiful weekend for the fair. We are in class number 3, by the way, Angus Junior Yearling Heifer. 29 classes total that will be showing today.
Another single entry in our Angus division, and a junior yearling heifer here is certainly high quality in my opinion. You certainly do appreciate just how much center rib this one has, especially in that upper rib and that middle rib, and as well as that beautiful sweep as we look at her from the side to her lower rib cage. You get around behind her, and she certainly is a powerful individual with plenty of muscle and plenty of skeletal width and internal dimension to this one. You certainly have to appreciate all those things about this heifer. Congratulations, young man. We'll take a look at when we get all 3 of these back out here, and I'll get you a champion reserve Angus heifer.
Congratulations to John Reeby. Now we will be going through the Angus champion round. We'd like to take a quick moment to thank our judge today, Brent Worth, as well as the recording results, Kenzie Brantner, the Durand FFA advisor, the MC, Tiffany Schaffner, the Colfax FFA advisor. And handing out ribbons with us today is Addie Goldsmith, a Dunn County MAP member.
we'll try that then. That's fine.
You know where the extension person is? Maybe I could do an interview.
Katie? Did they all bail out? At the food show?
There was some other.
Go back over to the
Okay.
3 high-quality individuals in our Angus show, and numbers were down, but again, quality was right there. Young lady, your red Angus has got better days ahead of her. She's got a long life ahead of her to compete against these 2 yearling heifers. It's quite a feat for a calf, but again, a nice calf. That's we'll see you back here next year, and you'll probably do quite well. For me, then, contention for our grand are these 2 yearling heifers, and you certainly have to appreciate, the high qualities or the high points in each one of these, and there's some comparison and some contraction between the 2 of them. Again, with our summer yearling heifer here, you certainly have to appreciate just how beautiful she is constructed in that front 1/3, just how good that head and that neck is, how elegant she is. For me, she gets just a little flatter in that forerib, and again, as I commented earlier, she gets just a little bit touch slopey on that rump for me today. Young man, you're going to have the champion Angus heifer here today. Young lady, you're going to be reserved. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Grand Champion John Reeby and Reserve John Reeby, shown by Kendall Rudiger. Next we will have our Charolais Summer Yearling Heifer.
They got a buddy out here, big top, big hipped. You certainly can see that as it carries down into her lower quarter, into her stifle. You get her on the 3/4 view, she's got so much rib shape to her, not only in that upper rib and that middle rib, but she's got an ample amount of sweep to her as we view her from the side. That's a nice heifer for that young lady. Young man's March heifer here, you certainly have to appreciate just the sheer length of side on this one. Beautifully constructed in her front 1/3. Big bone, good, and you put her on the move, and she certainly does move around the ring with ease and eloquence. For me, though, it's just that we get up on top of these, you get on this 3/4 view, and there's just so much middle body, middle shape to our young lady's heifer with the May for me. I'm going to use the May heifer to be your champion Charlet. Young man, you're going to be reserved. Congratulations, you both.
Congratulations to Grand Champion Gabriella Wantock and Reserve Luke Pember. All right. Next up, we will have the Hereford. We will start with Hereford Junior Heifer, Kendall Rudiger, Allison Bartlett.
Watching coverage of the 2022 Dunn County Beef Show from the Dunn County Fair on Duran Broadcasting WRDN on our YouTube channel and website at realcountry1430.com. I'm Brian Winnekins. Thank you to our sponsors, including Provisions Health Duran, changing the way you experience healthcare. Visit provisions.health for more information. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit www.coop. Also, Shannon Crop Services.
I'd like to take this moment to point out our ring help. Can everybody please thank Austin Laufenberg for helping out? He is the Jackson County Beef Project member.
Again, thank you to Shannon Crop Services, your local PIP seeds dealer and crop insurance provider. Menominee. Also, Pierce Pep Cooperative Services, your Touchstone Energy partner, and Numbers R Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and daily money manager. Visit them online at numbersrus.com or visit them on Facebook. Please thank all of our sponsors. Without their help, it's pretty simple. We wouldn't be able to do this. So please thank our sponsors for supporting our live video streams here from the Dunn County Fair and upcoming streams as well from Buffalo and Pierce County Fairs. Give our sponsors a call, drop them an email, visit their store, tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. It's a beautiful day here at the fair. Had a great pig show earlier today. You'll be able to see that on our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. Dairy show from yesterday is already posted.
As we start our Hereford show, we got a pair of springborn calves here, and I'm going to lead out with the March heifer. You certainly, you know, and there's some give and take between these two, but just sheer length of side and eloquence through that front 1/3 again, I think overpowers our heifer in the second. You certainly have to appreciate the amount of center body in this one, just how much lower rib that this one has, and how good she is as she ties into her fore rib, and just how length of her front 1/3. And you certainly have just the length of side in comparison to our calf in second. And granted, she is giving up around 30 days of age that our heifer here, she gets a little too flat in that fore rib. Granted, she is a bigger and squarer hipped heifer than our leadoff heifer. I just would prefer just the sheer volume and internal dimension and that fore rib versus our class winners. Congratulations to these two exhibitors.
Congratulations to Kendall Rudiger. Next up, we have the Hereford Senior Heifer Calf.
Just a single entry late December born heifer here, and I commented to the young man, why didn't he just make her a January? And he says, well, because that's not what we do, and I certainly appreciate the honesty by making them born on, you know, registering them as the day that they are born. You'd be surprised how often that's not the case, but young man, you've got a really good one right here. You certainly have to appreciate just the sheer length and beauty out of that front 1/3. Again, just how much center body it has for just a December calf, how big and square this hip is, how it transfers down to a big stifle, super powerful from behind. And then we put it on a chassis here that you certainly have to appreciate just the sheer size of bone and then how good she flexes that bone as we put her on the move. Congratulations, young man.
Congratulations to Evan Bartlett. Next up, we have the Hereford Summer Yearling Heifer.
This is, by the way, class number 8 of 29 this afternoon from the Dunn County Fair on the Beef Show today. You can always listen to WRDN online at our website at realcountry1430.com. We feature 7 hours of farm programming throughout the day. Kick it off Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. with the Morning Farm Report, hourly market updates, At 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, the noon farm show after our noon news and sports at about 12:25. And then from 1 until 3, it's Agri Talk with Chip Flory. And from 3 until 4, it's Mike Pearson with AOA, featuring rural news and issues from rural America. Also, Susan Littlefield joins us during the afternoon as well, during our evening farm show from about 4:25 until 4:45. She has the final bell, where she talks markets with some of the brokers and traders. You can always listen online at realcountry1430.com. If you have a phone, you can use the Live 365 app. Also, the TuneIn app as well. We also have via Alexa, too. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, like I do it. Listen on the radio.
So we'll take a moment to tell you about something new. We have, in addition to the show, a super senior showmanship class that will occur at the conclusion of the beef show. Past parents, supporters, and project alumni are welcome.
Another single entry, a May-born yearling for this young lady, and again, another outstanding brood cow prospect for her. You certainly, again, appreciate just how good that neck ties into that shoulder, just how good she is in that forerib, just how big a top this one is. I think that might be more surprising than anything. When you get around behind this one and look down her top, just how good she is behind her shoulders and how it explodes out across those hook bones. For me, she might be just a little bit, sloping from those hook to those pins, and maybe create a better angle in that aspect, and she might just pinch up from behind as we view her as she goes. But an outstanding cow prospect for this young lady. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Kinsey Singer House. Next, we will have the Hereford Junior Yearling Heifer.
certainly 3 high-quality individuals here in our junior yearling division of our Hereford show, and as a whole on all 3 of these heifers, you certainly have to appreciate just how good-footed and good-legged these 3 are, and especially when you put them on the move. They're all free-moving and good-footed, and you certainly have to appreciate about all 3 of them. For me, the young man's heifer is going to lead out, and I think she puts the most good together. You certainly appreciate the front 1/3 of this one, just how high her neck comes out of her shoulder, just how good she is in her center body in comparison to our other 2 heifers in the class. And then you get around behind her and just how big and square hipped this one, and that squareness carries all the way down to the ground, right to her foot. For me, sure, she's a little bit older of a heifer, but I think she's pushing a little bit too much condition, too much brisket. But that's just a cosmetic thing. If we go back to structure, I think this one wins the class. And then it gets a little closer on 2nd and 3rd. Our 2nd place heifer, absolutely giving up a lot of center body comparison to our 3rd heifer, but for me, a more attractive up through that front 1/3. A little bit neater design or better design from in that hip aspect. Heifer that is appears more fresher, is fresher than our 3rd place heifer, a heifer that you certainly, in comparison to our 2nd heifer, just again, more center body, bigger top, bigger hip. She gets a little down-headed for me, just a little bit slopey from them hooks to her pins in comparison to our 2nd place heifer. But 3 high-quality individuals in our junior yearling class here of our Hereford show.
Congratulations to Colin Wolf. Next up, we will have the choosing of the reserve and champion for the Herefords.
As we get to our champion Hereford lineup here, you certainly have to appreciate the quality, not just in the ring, but even the young people that took theirs back to the stall. An outstanding show in numbers and in quality. There's some good ones out here, folks, and I'm debating on what I'm to do yet. There's one that she doesn't have a hole in her, and then there's one that's just really, really cool. But I think at the end of the day, I think I'd just like to see this one progress a little bit further and just see how good she is. And I'm going to go with the sure thing. Young man, you're going to have the champion Hereford here today. Young man, you're going to be reserved. Congratulations to you both.
Okay.
Congratulations to our Hereford champion, Colin Wolf, and our reserve champion, Evan Bartlett. Next, we will have our limousine summer yearling heifer. At this time, we would like to thank Banks Hardwoods for supplying and donating the show ring shavings.
Just a single entry here in our limousine show, so she'll go ahead and be your champion limousine of the Dunn County Fair, and certainly a high quality individual, and I don't mean that lightly. You certainly have to just, I start sounding like a broken record as I compliment these cattle, but my compliments to you breeders here in Dunn County just for high quality livestock. It's certainly, for me, I appreciate that, to be able to evaluate good looking livestock, and here's a prime example of it. Beautifully headed, neck constructed one on this one. It ties back into that shoulder. Beautiful from the side, just how much middle body this one has. Big in her hip and her square. And then we go ahead and put her on a sound set of feet and legs that as she moves about the ring, you certainly have to appreciate just the way that she flows with the ease and grace that she does out here. Congratulations, young man, on a really, really good limousine heifer, and it'll be a pleasure to see her back out here in just a second when we get in the championship drive. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Blaine Kies. Next, we will have our Shorthorn Junior Yearling Heifer.
watching coverage of the 2022 Dunn County Beef Show from the Dunn County Fair. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN Radio in Durand, and thank you for joining us today on our website at realcountry1430.com and also on our YouTube channel as well at Durand Broadcasting WRDN. Thank you to our sponsors, including Synergy Co-op of Synergy Co-op, your local LS tractor dealer. Visit synergy.com for more information. Compeer Financial, a member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture and rural communities. Visit compeer.com for more information. Bluff Country Feed and Seed, your Dairyland seed dealer, and also featuring feed for your livestock in Mondovi. Visit bluffcountryfs.com for more information. O'Galley Cheese Factory. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs, including cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausages, and more. They're open 7 days a week, Highway 25, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Visit them, drop them an email, give them a call. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts again on YouTube and on our website from the Dunn County Fair, and also next week from the Buffalo County Fair, and the week after from the Pierce County Fair. Without the support of these businesses, pretty simple, we wouldn't be able to do this, so please thank them for their support of our broadcasts. As we continue throughout the afternoon, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDN. Don't forget to click the bell for future notifications of the future upcoming events, like tomorrow night's livestock auction from the Dunn County Fair that'll start at 5 o'clock, and all of our livestock shows next week from the Buffalo County Fair.
Pair of junior yearlings here in our Shorthorn show, and for me the class winner just balances up so much better than our second place Heifer. Certainly, again, just how ladylike she is about her front 1/3, just how she transitions back into her rib and then back into her rear 1/3, just how the transitions are faultless, how big a hip this one is, and you certainly have to appreciate just how square she is made down low in comparison to our second place Herford. Here's one you would like to balance up a little bit and change the slope of that shoulder just ever so slightly. A heifer that you'd like to flatten her out in her top in comparison to our class winner. And one cosmetically we'd like to change her teats as of this moment. She's got one enlarged one that is a bit concerning for me as well. But again, two nice yearlings here in our Shorthorn show.
Congratulations to Gracie Steinmeier. Next, we'll have the Shorthorn cow-calf pair.
This is class number 12 of 29 classes this afternoon from the Dunn County Fair. With the beef show today, we will be live streaming the livestock show tomorrow night starting at 5.
just a single entry in our shorthorn cow-calf show here today, and certainly maybe the most impressive thing about the whole setup out here is this late April bull calf, just how much growth it has and just how much muscle that he possesses. You certainly have to appreciate just how good looking our cow is, and there certainly is plenty of milk flow there to get a bull calf to look like that at this stage of the game. Congratulations to this young lady on her cow calf pair.
Congratulations to Gracie Steinmeier. Next we will have Simmental Senior Heifer Calf. Oh, I'm sorry. We have Grand and Reserve for Shorthorn.
If you like the country hits from the 60s through the early 2000s, visit our internet-only channel. That's at ruralrootscountry.com. Ruralrootscountry.com. Find all of the music from the 60s through the 2000s. We also have some rural lifestyle programming with Max Armstrong, Susan Littlefield, Sabrina Halverson, Lori Boyer. This week during our show Off the Cuff on Saturday morning and Sunday morning at 9, we will be talking with Dr. Alisa Boryaka. She is from Ukraine. Dr. Boryaka and her 5-year-old son and 13-year-old daughter had to pack things up suddenly in March and flee Ukraine, and we are going to chat with her. Again, that'll be on Saturday and Sunday morning. 9 o'clock, you can listen online at ruralrootscountry.com. That's ruralrootscountry.com.
As we conclude our Shorthorn show, I thought I knew what I was going to do before they all got back out here, and then I get them back out here looking at them again, and it gets a little bit closer. I thought it was more of a clear-cut deal. Young ladies, junior yearling, you certainly have to appreciate the quality of this one. The cow-calf, I was a bit concerned about just, about her center rib a little bit, or excuse me, about her forerib actually, and she gets a little tight in that heart for me. She gets a little bit a little bit higher in that grow bone for me, and as we look at her from the side here, she is certainly a beautifully profiling cow, but those two little things, plus, as a 2-year-old cow, I'd like just to change her teat size and placement ever so slightly in comparison to the two, and taking nothing away against our second place of our junior yearling division. Certainly a high quality individual in her own right. I'm going to use the young lady's junior yearling heifer to be your champion shorthorn, and then go ahead and use that cow calf for reserve. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Gracie Steinmeier. Now we will have Simmental Senior Heifer Calf.
As we start our Semitol show, we got a November calf out here, single entry, and boy, this one's pretty good, folks. You certainly, again, appreciate just how good looking and long this one is up in their front 1/3. Just how much center body this one has, an internal dimension, how much sweep she has to her rib cage, just how much power this one possesses, and then when we put her in motion again, this one just floats around the ring. You know, if we're going to change this one a little bit, you know, she gets a little bit high in that loin as we put her on the move, and again, we might want to just push that tail head back down into her body cavity a little bit, but that's this one's pretty good, folks. Congratulations, young lady, on your Semitol heifer calf.
Congratulations to Kaylee Tiffany. Next up, we will have the Semitol Junior Yearling Heifer class.
we get into our junior yearlings of our Simmental show, and boy, I'll tell you what, folks, this one's pretty salty. We're splitting hairs here from top to bottom, left to right. 3 high quality individuals in our Simmental show for sure. I'm going to start with the heifer. I think just sheer power. In comparison to our second place heifer, they both move good. They're both sound when we put them in motion. For me, this one there's just more heifer here. We certainly have to appreciate just the sheer length of side in comparison to our second place heifer. Just how much more massive she is in her hips and in her bone work. Huge stifle in this one, plenty of center body, attractive enough for her front 1/3 for me to get the job done and go ahead and win the class. The heifer in second is just elegant as we appear. From the side, she balances up extremely well. I'd just like to see just a little bit more length out of her. I mean, and we're talking from that shoulder forward, just to get a little bit longer, and then from that center body, just give her a little bit longer and her as that aspect as well. Just a really good heifer here that just got beat out by a heifer that just a little bit more power, a little more length, a little bit more massive in comparison between the two. The heifer in third, for me, when she first come in the ring, I thought, man, this one's deep-bodied and this one's really, really good. But then you start picking her apart a little bit, and she's carrying the most conditions, so she should have a little more body than the other two. A heifer that, when we put her on the move and we watch her from her front, she gets outside of her skeleton on her front feet as we put her in motion. A heifer, you'd like to push her down into her tail head as we view her from the side. But again, 3 high-quality individuals here. Congratulations to these 3 exhibitors.
Congratulations to Colin Wolf. Next, we will have our Simmental champion round.
Do you want me to do more? How many were you targeting to get? I talked to Katie about succession planning. I mean, she mentioned it, like what they were doing in that. Claire, that I just talked to, it's her first time showing. Well, I talked to her dad first.
As we come to the conclusion of our Semitol show, I'd say the deepest division by far, and just sheer quality and outstanding individuals, and certainly a compliment to these young people for bringing out such good stock. You know, we got our November calf up here in the front, and this one, I really like her. I think she's really cool to look at. For me today, though, I mean, you know, that tail height gets a little high and she gets a little flat in that forerib, but that might be just because of the maturity level here. We'd like to see project her out a little bit more, and that'll probably fill in along the way. But for me, I don't think we can split up these junior yearlings here. Young man, you're going to be your champion Semitol, and lady, you're going to be reserve champion. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our champion, Colin Wolf, and reserve, Kendall Rudiger. Next up, we have the crossbred junior heifer calf.
We are in class number 15 of 29 today.
As we observe this feisty cutie, we would like to thank Allison Bartlett for handing out ribbons. She's the Dunn County MAPS member and a Wisconsin Hereford Association princess. We would also like to thank Steve-O Gratner for running the gates.
As we start our crossbred show here, and a couple of calves that are, certainly there's a wide variation of ages here. We had a January and a June, and obviously there's one bigger than the other one, but in terms of, if we just break it down to structure, I think, you know, with the one that balances up just a little bit better for me, the one that's stronger topped, the one that's smoother and contrasting its shoulder, and a much more powerful individual is our January calf here. You know, you certainly have to appreciate just the presence and the balance of this one has. Sure, we'd like to clean her up in her front 1/3 and make her a little bit more elegant, but we're nitpicking just a big, powerful heifer here for this young lady. The heifer in second. Here's one that's got plenty of grow. I mean, sure, it's, you know, 6 months younger, but I mean, in comparison to other June calves around the country, this one's got plenty of size, and you got some width of top to it, got some dimension down in that lower quarter. But here's one that, you know, when you talk about balance, and you just like to give her just a little bit more You know, in terms of from her front 1/3 to her rear 1/3, and just put it together in a little better package. Congratulations to these young people.
Congratulations to Ariana Pickerton. All right, next up we will have our crossbred summer yearling heifer.
Watching coverage of the 2022 Dunn County Beef Show. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN in Durand, and hope you're enjoying our coverage this afternoon on our website at realcountry1430.com and also online on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDM. Thank you to Dunn Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, and Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider. Adam Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center Durand, Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Sunstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them for end-of-year tax planning. Yep, that's just around the corner, believe it or not. 672-4425 and schedule that appointment. Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. Visit sfbank.com for more information. And Alcivia Co-op, a leading member-owned agriculture fuel cooperative serving Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. Visit alcivia.com for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our video streams possible on our YouTube channel and also on our website at realcountry1430.com. Give these folks a call, drop them an email, visit their businesses, tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. Again, every now and then this happens. You get a project that just does not like the show ring and ends up being huffy. And that's why we have the ring workers to help out. And for the exhibitors, it can be it's tough. You're in front of everybody, and all of a sudden, something you've been working on and practicing, and it works great, and then suddenly you get into the ring, and one thing leads to another. But give these young people some credit for working with some very beautiful animals today.
We got a pair of May heifers in our crossbred division, and I think what we're looking at is the difference of balance and shape. We certainly, the heifer that wins the class, you certainly have to just appreciate just how much shape she possesses as we get her on that 3/4 view, how much center body she has, and just how big she is in her hip that transfers down to her stifle, all the way to the ground. And again, you certainly look at her from the side, she just balances so eloquently. And then we put her in motion, and she just strides out with free and ease. Our heifer in second. Certainly have to appreciate the upheadedness and the attractiveness up through her front 1/3, just her athletic ability and her flexibility as she moves about the ring. But for me, as we get into that 3/4 view, just a little flatter made as we get to that center body and back into her hip, into her stifle. Just you'd like to see just a little bit more shape to her in those areas as we evaluate this heifer. Congratulations to these two young exhibitors.
Congratulations to Blaine Kies. Next we will have the crossbred junior yearling heifer class.
Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, we'll have coverage of the Dunn County Livestock Auction as well. And we'll bring in that coverage again, 5 o'clock on our website, realcountry1430.com, and also on our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. Sometimes even the best laid plans of trying to keep that animal calm, sometimes it just doesn't work. They're just not. They're like, I want to go back to my stall. I want to go back and sit down. Get me out of here. They don't like the lights. They don't like all the people watching.
Just a single entry here again in our crossbred division, and just the amount of mass and power that this one has. When you take a look at it from behind, there's just so much body and muscle in this one, and then we travel into that center body, and just so big and full, and so much internal dimension to this one. For me, she's fairly moderate, and she's probably maybe pushing a little condition on her, and we'd like to clean her up through that front 1/3 and in her throat latch and in her jowl. But again, just a real good, solid female prospect for this young lady. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Margot Moses. Next, we will have our crossbred champion round. While we are working on our last female class, I want to take this time to let you know about the new addition to the beef show. After the beef show, there will be a super senior showmanship class that will occur, and the past parents, supporters, and project alumni members are welcome.
As we finish up our crossbred division here, 3 high-quality individuals, and they certainly amplify the beef cattle industry. And what we're trying to do is, we've got, cattle with plenty of power, plenty of substance in them. Cattle that, plenty of center rib and are sound on their feet and legs, and for that longevity factor that we certainly desire. The more calves that a cow has, the more profitable they are, and along with that, the sounder we make these cattle, the longer they'll last out on pasture for us. But for me, in this lineup here, there's one that I think, again, just so much balance and so much eye appeal to it that you certainly can't deny it. The young man with the black heifer in the middle, you're going to be the champion of our crossbred division. That's fine. And I remember that Heather heifer too. And again, there's one she was a little flatter made and doesn't balance up quite as well. But for me, the young lady's heifer, big heifer on the end here, you're going to be reserved division. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Grand Champion Blaine Kais and Reserve Margot Moses. At this time, we're going to have the show of the ladies. We'll have the 7 ladies from each of the breeding classes come on out so we can choose the top 5. The top grand and reserve from this class will be getting a banner. Banners were made possible from the donations of the Meat Animal Project superintendents and species representatives. Now these banners are for the exhibitors to take home, and they are pretty. While we're getting these beautiful ladies ready, we would like to also give another thank you to the 2022 MAPSBEEP representative, Jennifer Dressel. Thank you for all your hard work.
Watching coverage of the 2022 Dunn County Beef Show, realcountry1430.com on our website and on our YouTube channel, Duran Broadcasting WRDN. Once again, good afternoon. I'm Brian Winnikins. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the show as well. Thank you to our sponsors, including Synergy Co-op, your local LS tractor dealer. Visit synergycoop.com for more information. Compeer Financial, a member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture in rural communities. Visit compeer.com for more information. Bluff Country Feed and Seed, your Dairyland seed dealer and featuring feed for your livestock. Mondovi. Visit bluffcountrysfs.com for more information. O'Galley Cheese Factory. Visit O'Galley Cheese for all of your snacking needs, featuring cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausage, and more. O'Galley Cheese Factory open 7 days a week, Highway 25 Durand. And Numbers R Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and daily money manager. Visit them online at numbersrus.com. Please thank all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors as they make our broadcasts possible. Give them an email, drop them an email, give them a phone call. You can also visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts.
Folks, we've had a really good female show here this afternoon. Let's give all these exhibitors a nice hand. It wasn't the biggest show ever, folks, but man, I mean, we're talking really high quality cattle. Again, my compliments to you here in Dunn County, the parents and exhibitors and the breeders, and just my hat's off to you. I mean, it's a really good set. You know, and again, I really like to see these young people bring out these females and building their herds, and that's kind of what it's all about, folks, is having these kids raising their own stuff and getting involved and staying involved in beef cattle and the beef cattle industry. This certainly is the stepping stone to all of this, and we certainly need to promote it as much as we possibly can. You know, we can go a lot of different ways out here as we're looking at these cattle. Each one of them is really good in their own right, and again, high quality from top to bottom. You know, you guys can pick the ones you like out. I'll go ahead and show you the ones that I really like, and congratulations to all these young people.
Congratulations to Grand Champion of the females, overall females, Colin Wolf. Reserve, Kendall Rudiger. Congratulations also to Blaine Kais, Gabby Wantock, and Colin Wolf. Next we'll have our Hereford Junior Bull Calf.
Thank you to our Dunn County Fair sponsors, including Pierce Pepin Cooperative Services, your Touchstone Energy partner, Shannon Crop Services, your local PIP seeds dealer and crop insurance advisor, Menominee, 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop, and Provisions Health of Durand, changing the way you experience healthcare. Visit provisions.health for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Can't say that enough, stress it enough, because without our sponsors we wouldn't be able to do this. So please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their store, tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts on our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting, WRDN, and online at realcountry1430.com. They're the ones that make our broadcasts possible. Have a few more classes to go. Then there'll be a 15-minute break. We will just leave the stream running after the champion and reserve bred and owned breeding stock. Once we're done with that, we're going to take a 15-minute break from the show, and then the market show will get underway after that. So we'll have but we'll leave the video stream running during that break. So won't be any activity, but just stick around for that market show coming up.
Just a reminder that at the conclusion of the breeding cattle show, that there will be pictures for the top 5 overall females.
Single entry here in our bull calf class, and certainly a high quality individual. He certainly liked the length and extension and cleanliness through his front 1/3. Just how, I appreciate how high his neck ties into that shoulder. Certainly like the length of side and just how big a hip this one is and up high. For me, we just like to give him a little bit more substance down low. Just wait with give him a little more width about his chassis and more masculine feature down low, and just give him a more natural base width to him. But it's just a young bull calf here, so he's got plenty of time to grow into his frame. So congratulations, young lady, on your Hereford bull calf.
Congratulations to Olivia Class. Next up, we will have the Shorthorn Junior Bull Calf.
Three nice bull calves here in our Shorthorn Bull Show. The young lady who leads off the class, I just said more powerful, more massive kind of bull here. A little longer spine calf in comparison to the one in second. You certainly appreciate just how much power it has, especially down low in the base width that he has, and up high as you peer from the back, as we look down his top, just how full he is and bold he is in that upper rib and how much turn he has to his top. In comparison, our bull in second, you certainly like the attractiveness and the balance he has. You just like to lengthen him out in the comparison to our class winner and the length of side. Bull that you'd like to give him more reach off his front, push that knee back underneath him ever so slightly, and give him a little more slope to that shoulder. But a nice pair of bull calves to lead off her class. Young lady with the late March calf here, you'd like to give him just more base width and more volume throughout. Just give him a little more heart girth to him. Calf that you certainly do appreciate and has the advantage in the class of cleanliness of head and neck and length of that such structure. But again, a nice class of bull calves.
Congratulations to Gracie Steinmeier. Next up, we have our crossbred junior bull calf.
But I did get another kid that wasn't here. But there is one that you'll listen to all of them. Because one of them, I expressed to him beforehand that he goes in tonight to the auction, and he's like, "You have the auction tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay, I got it."
Really a stout calf here in our crossbred bull calf division, and you certainly have to appreciate the meat and mass that this one has as you get him a look from the behind. A calf that's got plenty of stifle and hip in him, one that's got ample depth of center of body. For me, I'd make, just give him a little bit more length of spine. Just lengthen him out just ever so slightly and tone him down in that shoulder a little bit. He appears to be a little bit quicker maturing of a calf, and that's all right too. And if we keep him in moderation here, nice calf for this young man.
Congratulations to Reed Steyer. It is time to pick the best looking male. It is our champion bull calf. Get out there. I thought about commenting, could you imagine if ladies did this? Yes. I thought somebody'd be offended. Yeah.
Let's just say I've got a lot of friends who agree with you.
a fairly small show here in our bull calf deal, and it's good that we have a division like this. 50% of the time you're going to have bull calves coming out of those cows, and you got to be able to market those guys too, and it's keep up with the beef cattle industry. You got to be able to market 100% of your calves. So it's good that we have a show for these young people to to keep them in the barn and working on their projects, and then real life, that's you got to sell bulls sometimes too. So we've got a few different breeds and variations of sizes and ages out here, but for me, I think there's a couple bulls that just put it all together, and as far as muscle and balance and soundness and overall weight per day of age. For me, I'm going to use the young ladies with her shorthorn bull to go ahead and be your champion. Young man, you're going to follow her up with the reserve shorthorn bull as reserve bull here today. Congratulations to you both.
Congratulations to our grand Gracie Steinmeier and our reserve John Reeby. All right, next up is probably the coolest class we have in our breeding show. It's so cool that I'm going to mention all the people that are in this class. So these people have known these calves their entire life because they are the ones who bred and now own. So we have John Reeby, who will be bringing out a Heifer Angus. We have Kinsey Singerhouse, which will be bringing out a Hereford Heifer. Regan Singerhouse, which will be bringing out a Hereford Heifer. Gracie Steinmeier will be bringing out a Shorthorn Bull. Gracie Steinmeier will be bringing out another Shorthorn Bull. Don't worry, she's not going to use both hands. Someone will help her. And then we have Blaine Kais, which will be bringing out a crossbred heifer. Winner of this class will also be receiving a banner. The banners were made possible by the donations from the Meat Animal Project superintendents and species representatives for the exhibitors to take home. While we are looking at these animals, I'm going to give out yet another reminder, especially since a bunch of prizes just showed up. There are prizes for the Super Senior Showmanship. Thanks to Del Keys for organizing it. It will occur at the conclusion of the beef show. Past parents and supporters and project alumni are welcome.
Again, coming up, we'll have a 15-minute break after this class here before the market show, so stick around.
Right. Congratulations to Blaine Kais for that grand champion, and reserve to John Reeby. At this time, we will need the top 5 of the female class to be brought in for pictures. And we will resume the market beef class at 3:25. So see you all back here at 3:25.
Again, watching coverage of the 2020 Dunn County Beef Show. We'll leave the stream running here while we take our break, as they are doing some pictures and more, but stick around. We have the market class here coming up in about 15 minutes.
I'm not going to be doing showmanship.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. Is that what we'll look at? Showmanship? A lot of the songs are
All right, we are about to begin the market show for the 2022 beef show. First up, we will have our feeder calves.
And welcome back as the 2022 Dunn County Beef Show continues on our YouTube channel at Durant Broadcasting WRDN and online at realcountry1430.com. I'm Brian Winnikins, and again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying our beef show today. It's been a great show so far, and thank you to our sponsors as well, including Alcivia Co-op, a member-owned agriculture fuel cooperative serving Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois. Visit alcivia.com. Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. Visit sfbank.com for more information. Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them now for end-of-year tax planning. That's just right around the corner, 672-4425, and schedule that appointment. Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand. NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider. And Dunn Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Please thank our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Again, without their help, we wouldn't be able to bring you today's show. Earlier today, we had the hog show. Yesterday, the dairy show, and we'll have the livestock auction tomorrow night from Dunn County. So please thank all of our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts. If you like the country hits of the 60s through 2000s, visit our internet channel at ruralrootscountry.com. Not only do we have all that great country music, we have some rural lifestyle programs from Susan Littlefield, Lori Boyer, Sabrina Halverson, Max Armstrong as well. Plus, we have a show called Off the Cuff. That's with yours truly, Sabrina Halverson and Susan Littlefield, on Saturday and Sunday mornings at 9. This week, we are going to be talking with a professor from Ukraine who had to escape Ukraine in March.
If you are just joining us today, we would like to introduce you to some of the people behind the scenes. We would like to thank our judge, Brent Worth. We would like to thank Kenzie Bratner for recording results. We would like to thank Brooke Brantner for running the entire show. And our ring help, Austin Laufenberg.
You can hear Off the Cuff Saturday and Sunday morning at 9 on, again, our internet channel, Rural Roots Country. Just go to ruralrootscountry.com.
As we start our steer show here, we got a pair of dairy beef cross feeder steers, and you know, this is a good project. You know, we get a head start for next year's fair steers here. We get them broke, get them to town once, and they're certainly going to act a lot better next year when they're bigger and more mature and a little bit harder to handle. But these two young people sure got a pretty good start at it already here. Let's start with the young lady's December calf here, and you certainly have to appreciate just how much bone and power this one has. Just how square he is, up in that hip, down into that stifle. Sure, we'd like to freshen him up in his front 1/3, but I think this one's going to be a real good feeding one for this young lady in next year's fair project. Young lady here with Bucky, the Jersey cross steer here. You certainly like just how attractive he is in his front end. Just, you know, he's got some width about his chest floor. You know, you get her around behind. You know, he's a late April calf. He gets a little bit flatter, a little bit frailer back there, but you know, you just go ahead and feed these dairy steers out. He's gonna mature. He's gonna gain some muscle, and he's gonna be a nice project for this young lady. Congratulations to you both.
Congratulations, Ariana Pickering. Next up is our dairy steers.
WRDN features agriculture programming 7 hours a day, Monday through Friday. You can always listen to us online at realcountry1430.com or on air at 1430 AM stereo and on 107.3 FM. We start the agriculture day off from 5 to 7 a.m. with the morning farm report. We have hourly market updates during the 9, 10, and 11 o'clock hours at about 35 minutes past the hour. We also have the afternoon farm show as well from about 12:20 to 12:50 with markets, farm news, news from Max Armstrong as well. From 1 until 3, it's Chip Flory with Agri Talk. And then from 3 until 4, Mike Pearson with news and issues from rural America with AOA. In the afternoon, during the 4 o'clock hour, we have our late afternoon farm report. Susan Littlefield has the final bell, where she talks with market brokers and market analysts about the markets for the day. Again, that's on air at Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM. Also on our website at realcountry1430.com. You can use the Live 365 app on your smartphone and just do a search for WRDN. We also are on TuneIn as well. You can download the TuneIn app. Again, do a search for WRDN. We're also on through Alexa as well. Your home for farm news and markets here in West Central Wisconsin is WRDN.
Then we get into our dairy steers here and high qualities throughout. I mean, from top to bottom. I mean, these steers we certainly have to, or we're going to be real pleased with how these guys hang up for these young people. They look like they've fed well. They're good in their condition. They certainly have to appreciate just the nice job that these young people have done with their steers. Top steers here, the pair of steers on the top end, very close. You certainly got just the amount of muscle these two have, and just square and big in their hip. For me, the difference is I think they're just a little bit more steer in that first place versus our second. Sure, you know. Does he take the, you know, with the base to the extreme? I think so, but he's at his finished weight. I think it's acceptable. When you get him on the move, he might get right to the outside of his shoulder as you put him in motion, as you watch him move towards you from the front. But again, the biggest and squarest one, the stoutest one, is going to win the class. The steer in second. You certainly have to appreciate the job this young lady did with her steer. Certainly handles him well, shows him quite well. That's a nice job for you, young lady. For me, we just need a little more lower quarter and a little bigger stifle versus their steer in first place, but otherwise, again, real close placing on these top two steers. The steers coming next in third and fourth. Just, you'd like to see them just a little bit more massive, and as you get from behind, a little square in their hip, just a little more angle to the shoulders. You put them on the move. Two steers, they're good quality steers. Again, they're going to hang up some high quality carcasses. 3 over 4. I think he's just a little longer in his twist. I'd like to see just some more depth in that quarter. And we'd like to, again, just like to see him move a little freer and easier for me as to place any higher. And again, placing against those top two steers, just a little bit more mass throughout. Young man rounding out the class. Here's one that obviously he fed out quite well. For me, I'd like to just straighten him out from his hooks with his pins. Give him a little more length of side. He seems to be a little coupled up. I'd like to give him just more length of carcass. But again, a nice class of dairy steers here for these young people. Let's give them a nice hand for bringing their dairy steers to town here.
Congratulations to Reed Steyer. Next up, we will have our dairy cross steers.
In our dairy beef cross class here, kind of a contrast on our top end with these top two steers, but I think for me, I'm going to use the steer that's just so much more powerful. You appear from the side, you appear from the front, from the back. This one just got just more meat, mass, and muscle to him. You know, sure, you'd like maybe just balance him up just a nickel more and like to tone down that shoulder just ever so slightly, but I think there's just so much squareness and so much meat in this one, you certainly just have to just go ahead and use this one. You know, I think he moves good enough for me here today. I certainly didn't see an issue with that, and maybe just he'd like to see him stride off his front just a nickel, ever so slightly better. But I think there's just so much more power and mass in this one. We just got to go ahead and use it. Go ahead and lead him on out, young man. The steer in second. You want to talk about one that's built just really good. That's the one and coming in second. He's so nice in his joints and his movement. He's so elegant and he balances up so well. Yeah, that front 2/3 of this one, you certainly have to appreciate that, and excels in this class by leaps and bounds. But for me, with that rear 1/3, he gets too tight in his flank. He gets a little bit round off of that rump, and he'd like to just power him up from behind. If we had just a little bit more power and muscle in this one, I think this one would have been an easy class winner. But for me here today, he's just doesn't have enough for me to go ahead and beat that one in first. It's coming here in 3 and 4. A couple of just nice, real good feeding kind of steers here. You know, you certainly, again, would like to balance them up and add them a little more power as you look at them from behind. But steers that, you know, that did what they needed to do. They fed out right. They got to the fair. Steers that are going to hang up some high quality carcasses, but you know, we just add a little more power, a little more balance, just a little more eye appeal as we look at them from the side, but some nice cattle in their own right. And the steer rounding out the class, you'd like to, again, just balance him up, and again, add a little more power. You know, for me, maybe just give him an extra rib length. But again, just, you know, some high quality steers, get some good feeding steers, and these kids did an excellent job of getting them to their desired weight and their desired condition here at the fair. Congratulations to all these young people.
Congratulations to Connor Albright. Next up, we'll be doing the single breeds. We will start with the lightweight single breed steers.
We get into our lightweight straight bred steers here, and boy, we're starting off with a pretty good one right here, folks. Certainly impressive from any angle that you look at him. He's so good in that front 1/3. He lays in so good in that shoulder, transitions into that forerib. He gets, you view him from the top, and he's got so much turn to that top, and so much upper rib and middle rib to this one. Certainly, most impressively is if you get him from behind, he's so big and square into that hip, and it transfers all the way down to the ground, just how bold and wide he is, and you certainly have to appreciate that one. And then you go ahead and put him on the move, and he floats around the ring on a real good set of feet and legs, and he just puts it all together in a nice, neat package. For me, the tough job here was second and third, and if you want to go ahead and switch them, I wouldn't blame you one bit. For me, though, if I just, go stand against my principles here, that I think the red steer is just a little sounder on the move. I think when you put him in motion, he's just a little bit sounder. He transitions better from his front to his back, from his pieces and his parts. Again, we got the steer coming in third. You like to free him up on the move, but I think as far as sheer muscle volume and mass, I think you go ahead and he beats that steer. But for me, I think I just need him to move just a little better on his feet and legs, and transition from his front 1/3 with middle 1/3 to his rear 1/3 with more flow and fluidness in between there. The young lady rounds out our class with a shorthorn steer. He was the lightest steer in the class as far as weight goes. I think he was the lightest steer in the class as far as muscle goes, and that's why he's got to stand at the bottom of the class. But a good steer in his own right. Congratulations to these young people on an outstanding class of steers here.
Congratulations to Kendall Rudiger. Next up, we have the single breed heavyweight steers. We would like to say thank you to a few more people. We'd like to say thank you to Gabriella Wantock for handing out the ribbons. Thank you to Banks Hardwoods for supplying and donating the show ring shavings. Also for the running gates, we would like to thank Steve-O Bratner. And we'd also like to thank our 2022 MAP Beef representative, Jennifer Dressler. Another quick reminder that after the beef show, we will be having a super senior showman. So if you like to tell these youngsters what to do because you could do it better, now's your time to shine. It will occur at the end of the show, and anybody who is a past parent, supporter, project alumni are welcome to join.
There's an ambulance standing by, right, with all these older folks? Or better be. He's staying. We could do a lot of pulled hamstrings and where to go.
Again, you're watching the 2020 Dunn County Beef Show. I'm Brian Winnikins, and I hope you're enjoying the show today. We will continue up until the Champion and Reserve Bred and Owned Market Steer. That will be the last class we will be having. And again, don't forget tomorrow we will have the Dunn County Livestock Auction as well. Coverage begins at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Please thank all of our sponsors we've been talking about throughout the day today. Drop them an email, visit their business, give them a call, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDN and online at realcountry1430.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And click the bell for future notifications. Not only of you'll be notified of when we're having other events. We'll have more livestock shows and auctions coming up next week from Buffalo County, also Pierce County as well. But when we have other things like from World Dairy Expo and also some of the Eau Claire Farm Show and some of the other big agriculture events as well, you'll be able to find out about those interviews and segments again when those